This is take two. I shot this little sequence before, and when I set this damn little flip cam thing on the table, I didn't get my head in the whole shot right. Not that you'd want to see my head, but it looks stupid me with half my head cut off, so I'm trying this again. That on the door there, oh gosh, about 10 years ago, I tried to paint Betty Boop on the side of this door in black and white, and she was like in a Tarzan suit swinging on a vine, and it wasn't turning out the way I wanted it to, so I just gave up on it, and it looks terrible, and I should just paint over it. But anyway, that's the deal there. That used to be Betty Boop, or that was going to be Betty Boop, but it turned out to be just shitty. So that's the deal. I've got a Betty Boop tattoo, so there you go. It's dark in here. Need to fix lighting in here, but anyway, this used to be a bait, tackle, convenience store, sold minnows, things like that. My father ran this store, J.C. Reel. And yes, folks, my name is actually Reel. It isn't a made-up name. R-E-E-L, that is my name. And J.C. Reel, who passed away in 1999, 76 years old. He had heart complications, and we sure miss him. But J.C. Reel ran this convenience store out here. An old fisherman, and he took care of other old fishermen by selling them bait and tackle and food and drinks and beer and wine and such as that. But now we just keep crap in it. It's like a storage building, which is sad. We need to have a big like estate sale or something like that and sell a bunch of this crap, but a lot of it is just plain crap. This is an old TV camera that somebody gave me. I don't even know if it works. I've never tried to hook it up. But if I ever make a movie or something that needs a 70s era television camera, then I've got one. And now, let me see if I can find something that I can set this camera on. Let's see, there's an old tackle box. and a few of you may recognize these items. Does any of this look familiar to you? Some of you will know what this is, and some of you won't. So those of you, I won't even say what it is. I'll leave it kind of a mystery. But for those of you who know what this is, you can tell the people that don't. This is where we shoot that series. We've shot 3 episodes of it. I guess 4, considering one was a 2-parter. And there's some halogen lights back there, and you'll see that there's kind of a jerry-rigged green screen tacked up on the wall there that we put images in the background. Ray Boucher edits and those shows and does the special effects. As bigger as they are, but I think they work for the show that we do. But anyway, this is the set. Such as it is. There's not much to it, but this is the set of that particular series. And those who know what it is, tell those who don't know what it is, what this is. And I'll leave that as a kind of a mystery deal. But anyway, this is it. This is the building where that particular series is shot, and there's no air conditioning out here, and it's like 90 degrees out, so it's like, 95 degrees inside. So I'm going to try to make this quick because it's boiling hot. Okay. All right, let's give this another try. Can you see me? Okay. Is it still recording? Hopefully these things are fairly tough and can handle such abuse. All right. Maybe if I back up some. Okay? Okay. All right. Anyway, I thought I'd do a little update. I thought show you this set. Like I say, there's not much to this set. Mr. McGillicuddy, I believe. Yeah, Mr. McGillicuddy. Anyway, I think this is Mr. McGillicuddy. Yeah, can you see Mr. McGillicuddy? And I believe this is Mr. Babcock. Mr. Babcock's head was torn off by a zombie, and we don't know what happened to Mr. McGillicuddy. That's a mystery. But anyway. And I've got tinsel from the Christmas episode, tinsel all over my body. But anyway. So anyway, the reason why I thought I would do this is I've been corresponding via email for a while with filmmaker Patrick Rea. And some of you will know who Patrick Rea is, spelled R-E-A. I had a phone conversation with him not too long ago that were really nice. Just kind of touching bases on you know, how he does what he does, you know, the kind of cameras he uses and such. But anyway, he's about the best there is at short films. He's made a feature film, and I think he's working on another one. But I guess his forte, so to speak, is short films. Most of them are genre related. A lot of them lean towards horror, but not all of them are horror related. But most of them have sort of a Twilight Zone-ish twist, particularly at the end of it. But he's just, there's probably nobody that's doing what he does that does better than Patrick Rea. He's probably the best at what he does. And he sent me a copy of, I guess, one of his latest films, Mrs. Brumett's Garden. And my gosh, it looks fantastic. I mean, it looks like something you would see in a movie theater. I think it's like 10, 12 minutes long. But just the scope of it, the way that it's shot, the acting. Patrick finds real actors to be in his films. He doesn't just make it with friends and family, you know, like a lot of people make short films. And some people make feature films. I'm guilty of that. You know, finding uncles and aunts and friends and family. He may have some of those in his films, but primarily he seeks out real actors to be in his films and the people that are appropriate to the parts that he writes. And Mrs. Brumett's Garden is, it's great. It's really emotional. It's about an elderly woman whose husband is getting frustrated with being able to take care of her because apparently she has some mental issues. She goes out into her garden, the aforementioned garden in the title, and she speaks to fairies. She says she spends most of her, I'm sweating like a pig, she says she speaks to fairies. She sits in her garden most of the day speaking to her fairies. And, of course, they're real to her, but, no one else can see the fairies, and they're assuming that it's something going on in her mind. She's losing her mind. Maybe she's got Alzheimer's or something. But, I won't tell you what happens in the film, but if you can find Mrs. Brumett's Garden, I don't know if it's available on the web or anything like that, but particularly look up Patrick Rea. Do a Google of his name, Patrick, R-E-A, and because there's some of his films available to view, I think, on YouTube and other places. He's just the best there is at the short films. He's won numerous awards at conventions. He's going to be at Fright Night Film Fest, I believe, the Kentucky convention that the Dead Pit guys are a guest of honor at. So thank you, Patrick, for sending me Mrs. Brumett's Garden. It was a great movie. Emotional. I got choked up at the end. It really was. It's effective. Great acting. Tremendously shot. I think he uses something called a red camera. Some of you may have heard of the red camera. It's a high definition video camera that just produces great images. I mean, movie style images. But before I melt, I'm going to get out of here because, like I said, I don't even have a fan going on in here. I just thought just off the cuff, I thought I'd do this, and hopefully my head is in the shot, and I won't have to do this a third time. But I thought I'd do a little update, and let's see. Yeah, we're about time we should leave, but there is the table that a certain character that we do, or that I do, sits at and stands behind. And there we go. That's where it's shot. And there is the building that we shoot it in. Big old storage building now, but it used to be a place of business that people would frequent. And I miss those times. Those were good times. But times change, and there you go. And, okay. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it, and more rambling. I guess there'll be more. Same bat time, same bat place.